Microphone test. There it is. All right. We'll be starting here shortly, guys. Howdy, y'all. What's going on? Happy Monday. It's time for some live no noise. I am Z Rex. What's today? The 30th. Oh, man. It's Halloween Eve. One of my favorite times of the year. It's about 30 minutes to the close, about 2:30. Hope y'all had an awesome weekend. It's getting cold down here in Texas. We just hit like 39 or something last night. Woo! Let's go. Although most people in Texas are not ready for that. They think it's cold when it's like 79. It's like, oh, get the jackets out. Anyway, hope y'all had a good weekend. Let's jump right into it. Got to meet up with the fam for my sister's in town, so I got to meet up with her and do all that. But whatever, y'all don't care about that. Let's talk about price action. Mama Bear. Let's go to dominance real fast. Oops, not that one. Got to click the right one. All right, we're just chilling. I kind of want to just see if this keeps continuation up. Usually this is nice leader for rallies on the Mama Bear and cryptocurrency. All right, so let's just start with, that one still looks good. It's still got the Momo. Let's start with Bitcoin, as we traditionally like to do. Mama Bear is just kind of flagging out up here. Price acceptance over the weekend. That looks pretty damn good. Let's see how the weekly closed. And the monthly actually we'll look at too in a second because that will be closing mañana. Nice weekly girthy candle. Pretty much an open and close above all this business here, all this consolidation. Now, one candle does not make a trend. Y'all know that. I say that all the time. But this does look very good. And let's see if we can get the next week above pretty much 31,000 handles. So previous resistance is now flipped to support. And as long as we keep building this chart up here, it does look very sexy. That's for sure. Let's go to the monthly. Oh, nice monthly candle too here that will close tomorrow evening. And that would be very nice and sexy too. Engulfing all of these previous months. What is this? About, hell, like most of this year. About 6 months of business. Launching right off of the 55 and the 21 area. Looking very sexy. Man, other than that, I mean, there's not really much change from the last video. As long as we're above here, it is looking good. We are getting some follow through on some altcoins too, like we were discussing last week. You know, when Mama Bear starts getting above range zones and starts to act like it wants to break out, you're going to get some of these shit coins doing the same thing. Now, some of them are still kind of in the hole for the most part, but there are some notable outliers, like Tron has been looking really good. Even, what did I see earlier today that stood out? Oh, yeah, there it is. XMR, very nice follow through, so we like that. But this looks really good short term, above 33, longer term, 31.5. The futures, we do have some really good resistance here at this red. You probably can't see it. Let me brighten this up a little bit. Oh, it's actually orange. I thought it was red. Well, I guess I'm colorblind apparently. This red line, so there is some resistance here, but we are building up and we haven't got rejected yet. So that's a good sign for the bulls for continuation. And as we discussed last week, the only thing that is a little bit concerning that I saw was how just vertical this is. And I think the best case scenario is just price acceptance, like what we're doing. Let these EMAs catch up. Looks pretty nice. Same for unicorn shirt, man. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, look at this. I love this weekly candle. Taking out all the EMAs in one stroke and also that 1750 horizontal. So that looks very sexy. We just need some time above 17.5 to get all these EMAs to get back in chronological order. But other than that, all the slopes are looking good. Let's go to the monthly. Interesting. So the monthly is actually below all of its previous months. So give me one sec. So that's actually very interesting. That's probably on the backs of Bitcoin showing its dominance right now too. If we are going to be in a continued breakout, this will catch up eventually. But yeah, with Mama Bear showing, close to 54 in the dominance category, you're going to have Ethereum and the other ones lag a little bit. Unicorn shirt, man, just ain't having it quite yet. Not yet. Let's see. Let's go back to the weekly. Because, yeah, I really like this candle taking out the EMA. Is very sexy. And we're just kind of flagging out, just accepting price action right on the 200 daily MA. This looks very good above 1750. This is sexy time right here. And that's it. We got to keep this shit simple. You know what I'm saying? Same on futures. So it's good to have confirmation there. And 1750, same thing. Same shit, different day. One notable point of resistance is going to be this 1850 level. It looks like we just jump up in increments of, XX50. But whenever you see these vol flashes, those candles are very noteworthy where they print. And these are all right around here, around 1850. And so you can see that's providing lots of resistance. We've had 3 wicks so far try to get up there with all rejections thus far. Now, does this still look really good? Yeah, above 1750, very much in bullish posturing. But now I guess our new range, instead of 15 and a half to 17 and a half, we're kind of in a little bit tighter range of 17 and a half to 18 and a half. So as soon as we can kind of breach one of those sides, we likely will get some pretty good follow through. And also don't forget the weekly. Whoops, we got to go back to spot. The weekly vol flashes. We got a sheet ton of them all right over here. And we opened and closed above most of these. Yeah, I mean, we're splitting hairs on this one, but whatever. Close is close enough. So that's good defense by the Bulls. So again, keeping it simple above 1750, looking sexy. Horizontals above about 64, looking pretty nice. ARC USD. What's up, AT? How are you doing? Liking this. I mean, it's consolidating. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's not really bullish or bearish. It's just kind of neutral, chilling right here in the mid 60s. Ooh, it's at 69. Hell yeah. So if we just stay above 1750, the probability of this tapping like low 70s is very high. And even breaking it up to the 200, I would look for some pretty good resistance at the 200 MA up here, which currently resides at about $80 roughly. So, and that's going to be kind of the same for a lot of these shitcoin charts. Yeah, same here for ETC. Look at this, though, right up underneath the weekly. It still does not look great. If you look at the weekly, bulls are trying, but we're still not even making higher highs yet. So a little bit of weak sauce in Ethereum Classic. Come on, dude. What are you doing? ETH Classic. XRP, on the other hand, is attempting breakout today. Very sexy price action. Found the love off that 48. Got above this little local high at about 54, and we are getting that follow through. Let's see if we get rejection right here. I would not be surprised to see a little bit of stalling. But if this daily could close like this here in about 4.5 hours, this does look pretty damn sexy. Let's go look at the weekly. Yeah, I like this too. The weekly, nice little open and close above all this off of this nice seller rejection candle right here. Very beautiful. This looks pretty damn good. One of the better looking charts right now, that's for sure. Anything above, let's see, let's do this horizontal of about 58 cents. We even probably get a few open and closes on like a 3-4 hour. We probably are going to mid 60s. So might be a trade in there. Obviously, XLM is going to be playing that too. Now, is this a trend line right here? It kind of looks like it. Oh, we are attempting a breakout. All right. Let's go to weekly. Yeah, weekly's not very great still. Daily's trying to do it. Shorter term, this does look pretty good above 11 cents. Tron, of course, has just been going up and to the right. This chart has been has had relative strength almost this entire year. We've talked about it 100 times. Looking very sexy. Let's zoom back down to the daily. Ain't got no problems with this above about 9 cents. Looks like it's just kind of slowly grinding up to our target. I'm expecting pretty good resistance at 10 pennies. Dot looks like, ooh, I like this pattern. This is usually these get continuation right here. These kind of little flags. Man, there is good resistance though at 460. So we probably ain't got too much in this. Maybe it pumps to 460, kind of looks like. But until Mama Bear probably stays above the low 30s for another week or two, we're going to have kind of limited upside price action on a lot of these shit coins. He's here. Yep, you are here. This is true. Let's see here. Oh, already at the 200. So probably some good resistance at about 30 cents. Other than that, though, this has been running very nicely. Let's go out to the weekly. Yeah, right at the 21, though. So pretty much all these charts are starting to look good, but we need some more time. Whoops. We need Mama Bear to stay above that 31,000 handle. Link, though, man, Link looks really sexy. Little 1150 resistance. Let's go to the weekly. Man, weekly is getting continuation. Really, the mega resistance isn't until about like 13 something. So looks pretty damn sexy. Short term, back below like 1025. Maybe get a little retest of the breakout zone somewhere in like the 9 area. EOS. Oh shit, EOS is trying to make a higher high. Look at that. Oh, I love the DMI on this. This actually looks pretty good above about 60 cents, maybe a little lower, like 59, 59.60. This actually looks like it wants to come up here and test like 70. Not too shabby. BCH. Man, I like this too. Nice continuation. Looks really good above long term, that 210 area. And we are making higher highs and higher lows. So until we're not doing that, I can probably adjust this trend line here, something like this. Until we're not doing that, it looks good. It goes up till it doesn't. BSV trying to get some love over the weekend, right off the 21 EMA. I mean, this actually does look pretty good. Retest of this little local area. See if we can close above 49, like 20-ish today. If we close above that, that would look pretty nice. And I'd be looking for the 54 to get tested again on this. Oh, yeah, we got this weekly taking out both the EMAs. That hasn't happened in like, I guess right here, technically it did, August of 21. And real definitively, it's really all the way back over here to January 2020. So it has been a hot minute. XMR, this one looks really good. Love this candle, man. Closing at the top of this candle, too. Very sexy on the weekly. Let's see here. Man, yeah, look at this. We actually dipped down intraday today to already test this, and it got bid up immediately. That is pretty damn strong. This looks really good above like 165. A little bit of resistance here at this trend line in this little cluster here, but above 165, this is building a nice chart. Zcash, man, right up underneath 29. Like, it's okay, but not my favorite. I really want to see this stay above 29. Then we can start talking. Dash. Oh, look, Dash is attempting breakout. This actually is a pretty good setup. Looks very good above $28 short term. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, it's got real good resistance, like 32-ish, just shy of 32. But yeah, I mean, the daily, though, actually is all the way up at 34. So let's just call it low 30s is kind of the target here, as long as we're above about $28. Oh, Doji Poo. I saw the dancing Doge. It didn't do it today. I don't know what triggers that, but it was kind of funny. BSV is illegal. That's right. That's right. Item 9, dude. That bitch is illegal. Get rid of that crap. Yeah, it actually is really hard to buy and transact in, which kind of makes it have a certain type of allure, too, right? This doesn't look anything too sexy, though. Just kind of getting grinded down into this descending triangle. Like, it's all right, but I mean, we're above 666, so let's just be happy about that for the Bulls. But look, we're struggling right here at the 200. The last couple times we've done that didn't bode well for Doge, but keeping it simple, above the Devil's number, it looks pretty decent. STX, Oh man, another like week, and we can above like 63. We can probably get these to cross all the way up, get the slope on the long term. That would look kind of sexy. Ooh, I like the weekly. Well, actually, let me take that back. I renege. I like the 2 weeks ago. Not really a huge fan of this shooting star candle. So we're gonna use the daily and just say, man, as long as we're above 58, it's okay. But I'd be very cautious if it did break 58. Watch a layway. Let's see here. Getting squeezed. True coin is kind of making an ascending triangle formation here. A couple little outliers there, but overall looking pretty good. I mean, as long as it's riding this trend line, I can't hate it. And eventually, Mama Bear keeps doing its thing. These are going to pump pretty hard. XRD, nope, rejected. This horizontal, the 786 at 4.5 serial. We're just range bound about 4.5 till we get out of that. It's whatever. Look at this, dudes. V chain's trying to break out. I actually like this above 1.8. This looks pretty nice. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, the weekly, I mean, it's okay, but does look like it kind of wants to go try 2-2. As long as we're above 1.8, I'm looking for this to slowly kind of, let's extend this box out, to slowly come here and test the bottom of this previous consolidation area. Looking pretty good, though. Adam is finally getting some love after all that garbage price action of waterfalls for months and months and months. See if we can actually close above 754. The nice little bullish divergence between here and there did play out, and we do have very nice DMI here. So, is there resistance right here at $8? Yeah, there definitely is. But hey, it's 769. You have to like it, right? Yeah, about $8, 8.20-ish. Definitely a lot of resistance. Does look like it wants to get there. Osmos, the winner today, is telling everyone to suck it. Man, 15%. A very big move. Let's go to the weekly. What the weekly look like? Yeah, it's just so far deep in the hole. Finally getting some love. It's been since a little bit over here, the summertime. And before that, pretty much it's been down forever. So see if we can build this chart up above like 30 cents. That would start to look pretty good for longs. Ton is just sideways still, lame as hell, range bound. I mean, y'all already know, same shit, different day. Above like 190, $2. It's okay. We don't want to see like some bodies start getting closer here. Closer. Oh my god, dude. Monday words starting to close below like 2. That would be a little concerning. Like bulls, if they're that strong, they should not let the bears even get any bodies below 2. Matic, oh man, this actually looks pretty good. Resistance at 70. I'm still holding this one from the buys in this little area. I'm thinking about taking it off. Just kind of being patient. Because we're right at pretty good resistance at mid 60s to be fair. But I'm just going to kind of keep holding on to it as long as we're above about 62. All right, let's go look at ARK. And I haven't looked at ARK in a long time. Let's go to, what do we want to look at? Binance is good enough. Oh, ARK is pumping. Well, no wonder you're bringing it up. This chart sucks, though. We're going to have to go to a different one. Hold on. How about, it's probably not even on. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, Bittrex usually has the most data. They've been around a hot minute. Let's zoom out here. There we go. Wow, yeah, ARK back in 2017. Look at that. It's an OG crypto. Interesting chart, like a giant triangle sort of descending, but that's too much time on that. Let's not care about that at all. Zooming back down, weekly. Man, this is beautiful. You get that flag out shit. We were kind of looking at that in Bitcoin and some of the other altcoins when you just kind of stay above the pump price, the initial candle. That's usually a really good sign, and we're getting double follow through. This bitch is freaking running hard. Wow, it's up almost triple. Man, very nice on ARK. That's good stuff. I haven't looked at it in so long. Oh, beautiful daily chart like this. Just riding up on these EMAs with the DMI in the power zone. That's super sexy. Yeah, I missed that one. Hope you got a little bit of that AT. But now, would I buy it? Nah, definitely not. not at a dollar. Usually there's a lot of resistance at like just whole numbers like that, especially in penny stocks. So, and I mean, just off the chart too, let's go to the monthly. You can really see this. Look at all these bodies, kind of about $1 to $1.15. So no, it's too far for me now to want to touch it. Maybe on a retrace back down to like 60s or something. Could argue that's a decent spot, but yeah, it's up there. Yeah, 56 on DMI positive. That ain't no joke, man. Obviously, it could keep running. Anything can happen, but I think the odds are a little bit more in favor of some consolidation and see if we can stay above. What's the 200 weekly here? Oh, it's almost 69. So we're just calling it 69 cents. Algo ran. Damn, that boy likes that algo ran. Let's see. I haven't seen that one in a while either. Travis coming down with the old schools. Let's see. Oh, here's one that's in the hole still. So, like a lot of these other ones we look at, EOS and shit, it is starting to make another higher high, though, even low. Actually, this is technically a higher low on a freaking hammer. Beautiful. Yeah, shit, this one looks pretty good. I like this better. Above about 10 cents. Not too shabby. Definitely has some resistance at about the 12 handle. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, the 12 handles definitely going to be tough to get through. It hasn't beat the 21 EMA since it rolled over in late 2021. So, definitely a higher risk right now. But man, if Mama Bear just keeps staying bid up above the low 30s, these will start running. Like all of them will play catch up. I think the market's just still, believing like, are we actually breaking out? Is this legit? We're kind of a little skeptical, I think, overall. And that shows in a lot of these altcoins because, you know what altcoins do and shitcoins when Mama Bear pumps for a while, they just go absolute stupid bananas. We look at all these candles in here, they're like a lot of 15, 10, 20s, like 80%, lots of huge gains. So patience, young grasshopper, patience. We are setting up. You don't have to catch the very bottom to make money. People say this saying, what is it? Buy low, sell high. Which, whatever. It sounds cool, but I actually like to say you buy high, sell higher. Because if you buy high and sell higher, that means you probably waited for a confirmed uptrend before getting in there. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that. All right, let's go to traditionals. What are they doing? The trad mark. The trad marks are bouncing right off that level over here. We were talking about this last week. Like everyone's super bearish, but I mean, you can't. Yeah, obviously we can be bearish. We are open and closed last week below the 55. That's definitely not good. But a lot of times when we do that for the first candle, we get a snapback rally, and we've got the Fed talking on Wednesday. They're gonna yap their stupid little mouths over there. And then we got payrolls at the end of the week too. So nice data week if you're into all that kind of stuff. But um, retesting kind of consolidation zones, that's not really bearish in itself, right? That's actually like what we want to see. We want to see sine waves in markets. We don't just want to see straight up because then they come straight down pretty much. I'm sure y'all have all seen that before. And now we're just kind of testing these zones right on the edge. If we go to the monthly, let's check that out. And look at this. We're sitting right on the 21, on the monthly. That's a very significant spot. So I'm real curious if this is going to be kind of the end of this little phase of selling off. And we're getting some pretty aggressive rallies here, too, today across the board. I mean, over 1%. Even gold's over 2,000. We're going to get to that in a second. But nice move on gold getting over that. But yeah, look, we're just testing this magenta candle also in this consolidation and bouncing off of it. This very well could be a low, and we could probably just go to lower time frames, like a 3 hour. And as long as we're kind of building the chart up from here, about like 4150, you could argue that this has a good chance of being a low. We're not seeing it in the oscillators yet because those are always really slow and laggers, right? But just off pure price action and structure, it very well could be a spot. And look at this too, right on the 200 trend line. Looks nasty. Everything sucks, right? But relative, and it's not even below its 55 EMA. Interesting. And relative to all of its price action, it's still okay. If it's riding this trend line, can you really get like super, super bearish? Now, if it broke this bitch below like 14, yeah, I'd be looking for like another 700 points lower to retest this consolidation zone. But as of right now, just kind of little sideways chop action. Oh, shit. Look at this. Very nice on Dow. That is seller rejection right there. If this closes like this and engulfs it above like 32,950, that's actually a pretty good reaction candle. You can see this one open and closed below its 55 and actually did get some pretty good selling. It's one of the ones that got beat up the most, but very nice candle here. Right on this horizontal. This could set up also for like a low, kind of in the same vein as ES. So keeping an eye on that. And also for RUT, we're really close in this like 1960-ish area. You can see that it has snapped back from here many, many a times. And let's see, let's zoom in a little bit. We do have some divergence, some bullish divergence between these points here. And the DMI, the battle has got back into the neutral zone. So again, implying that we could be at some pivot points here. If the Fed says anything about stalling or just less hawkish or whatever the hell they want to say, and the market could easily rally up, another 2-3%. Because it's pretty much been down since August, the beginning of August, almost, every day. So I just hate when people are like, man, it's just so bearish. What do we look to sell and short? And it's like, dude, that signal done already played out, bruh. All right, the trannies, what are they doing? Also holding on to some support here. Anything back below 1350, watch out. And in this vein of possible bottoms, we were talking about this last week too, that watch VVIX, right? You already know. I love the VVIX. Open and close below 100 usually ensues or has rallies following them. So are we going to get that this week? It looks like it. In about 40 minutes, this closes, and I have a hard time believing in the next 40 minutes that we would just dump fest and get this back over 100. Anything's possible, but unlikely at this point. And we're taking out both EMAs. That's setting up for rally time. I am long some equities right now in futures, so I'm kind of playing that. We'll see what happens. Oil barely holding on here. Is this kind of an H pattern? Yeah, a little bit. Regardless of that, above about 82 though, it's still okay, but definitely getting testy. Definitely getting testy. Nat gas is kind of still making higher highs. Very bullish above 325. We're going into the winter. Maybe this bitch is going to pump hard. Whatever the reason, the chart looks nice. It's looked very nice for a long time, and above that 325 area, very sexy. Bonds just keep selling off till the Fed says something different. That one's pretty easy. And that's been built into this chart for a long time. So there's not really anything to talk about there. Dixie is kind of flagging out here. Love this candle structure off this. Very bullish above like 106. Losing 106, we could start questioning it a little bit. But other than that, it still looks pretty good. TNX floating just under 5. Nothing really to add there. Let's go to the weekly real quick. Nothing really to add there. Looks fine above like 480-ish. Let's go to gold because I think gold's a good one. I got to wrap up here shortly. Last week, kind of a doji, but getting a little follow through immediately today on the open. We are back above 2,000. Y'all know what time it is. Back above 2K on gold is very bullish for gold. And I would be looking for, if we start building the chart above, let's see, this horizontal about 226. That opens up this target that we've got painted on here, which is about 23 to, since they have all this crap, they're adding too much Shiite on my chart, man. I don't need more stuff on my charts. Pretty much the mid lower end of the 20, like 3s to 2,500 pretty much is the target on this. Very nice reaction off this little fake sell-off off of the magenta candle, and now we're getting follow through, and we're already at the other side of range. So gold might be setting up for a breakout right here. What would change my mind on that? Just getting back below 19, like 70. Then I'd change my mind. Silver up a good amount, up a couple percent. not bad. I actually really like this type of pattern. We saw one earlier. I can't remember what chart it was. This kind of little hook and go pattern. Man, if we start getting comfy above this 2350 area, I think it's very likely that we hit probably in the mid 24s on silver. So not too shabby. So metals are really slow movers. I was talking to this with my buddy this morning. It's just like, I mean, look at this. For so long, literally silver's the same price it was in 10 years ago. So yeah, it keeps up with inflation. What? Yeah, I know people are going to hate that. And I know people say gold does that, but does it? Oh, look, it's also pretty much the same price as 12 years ago. Hell yeah, dude. What a good asset to fight against inflation. Look at that. It's up 11%. How cool. I'm pretty sure we've had a lot more than 11% inflation since 2012. I don't know. Maybe, right? Platinum looks good above 900. You already know what it is. Nice candle, getting some platinum follow through. Ooh, some good volume on it too. Interesting. 950 is the next point of mega resistance. We start getting back above 950. I would look for this to go tap 1,000, and that's the next line in the sand is like 1K, nice round number. And after that, man, we can talk about some pretty good moonshots, at least for metals. 5-10% is a big move in metals. Palladium still garbage though, under 1,200. Bleh, crap. All right, let's go to the blockchain. Whoops, not that one. Blockchain stocks. And then let's go down to our index. I do want to see this real quick. Kind of flagging out, a little bit ugly. Let's clean it up with the weekly. Weekly open and close above all this business. Love that. Now, is this a 786 retracement zone, though? Let's go see. Very well could be. It looks very close. Ooh, yes, it is. Damn. All right, on the doji, too. So now that is expected, especially for the first time, but that is definitely something we need to carry forward. And it has a magenta candle also in that same price range. So below this candle, this is a major pivot point where bulls will lose momentum and the bears will slap at them down and say, no, y'all can suck it. Go back down to your caves or whatever. Go hibernate, get the hell out of here. But we are kind of just still staying up here inside of the magenta candle. Losing 450 would suck, and I might look for some downside pressure in crypto if that were the case. But right now, it still looks okay. Let's go to the monthly. What's the monthly looking like? Man, the monthly actually looks pretty sexy. Would really like to see the monthly close above 490. That would be super bullish. Probably unlikely, though, because that's a pretty big-ass move. And that would have to happen by the end of tomorrow. Cores, look at this. Cores is 69 again. It can only be 69. It's been 69 for like way too goddamn long. Pretty freaking funny. I'm still holding on to this one. So until we really break like 65, I'm chilling on it. It's fine for me. And you can see kind of false breakdown here, getting back to the range. And again, above 65, can't hate on it. I think that's probably it for today. Whoops, let's go back to daily. I don't want to show anything else. Nah. Oh, I did want to share Planeteer. Planeteer is an interesting chart here. Let's go to the weekly. A lot of the AI stuff or tech stocks, outside of the Magnificent Seven, have sold off pretty hard, right? And this one is somehow staying range bound. And I'm wondering if there is a trade here between this like 1420 area and this 1820 area coming up. Where earnings are coming up soon. They are Thursday of this week. So maybe gets a little catalyst. I don't know. I just think it's kind of an interesting chart. I don't like to trade before earnings because you just never know what the market's going to do. But off of the structure, doesn't look terrible. Still got momentum on the weekly, DMI. It's attempting to lose it on the daily for now, but as we come into earnings, let's kind of see what happens off of that. This might be setting up for a position. Other than that, wrap up. Mama Bear, hey, price acceptance at the top of range. That's usually gets follow through. And until we're back below 33,000 short term, this does look very good. Long term, you already know 31,000 handle. As long as we're building above that, looks very sexy. And if we keep building above that, there will be lots of good altcoin trades to be had. We've already seen quite a few of them play out, but there's thousands of shit coins, and most of them have probably not rallied super hard yet. So get ready, strap up. I think that we've got opportunity a knocking, that's for sure. And one of them that was shared in here, Algo, was kind of looking a little sexy time there. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Much love. Stay above 1750 unicorn shirt, man. And most right now, Mama Bear is the one to be watching, especially with the dominance chart looking as good as it is. You know, if we just look at that real quick, you can see that it's kind of led a lot of the rallies when Mama Bear starts waking up. So, man, we start getting to 58, like upper 50%. Whoo, boy, we can probably start looking for some mega rallies coming up. So, all right, guys, much love. I hope you have an awesome weekend or week. Sorry, we just had the weekend. It is Monday, so derp. Hope you have an awesome week. Happy Monday. We'll catch y'all on Hump Day for the next stream. And this has been No Noise. I am Z Rex. Peace.